Do you ever wake from sleep and realize you can't move your arms or legs, lift your head, or wiggle your fingers or toes? You're aware of your surroundings, but you can't move or speak. You might even see weird visions or hear strange sounds. This is called sleep paralysis, and it occurs when part of the brain is awake, but the parts controlling your body are still asleep. So when you try to move, you're unable to for several seconds or even a few minutes. Episodes can be broken by either waking up fully or falling back to sleep. Either way, it can be extremely frightening. A healthy patient of mine had been sleeping poorly for a few weeks. Her wake-up times varied over several hours, and she was getting just 5 hours of sleep overall each night. She was tired during the day, but a cup of coffee, or 3, mostly compensated for that. Sounds pretty routine, right? But then something scary happened. She told me that one morning, she woke up from sleep, but felt like she couldn't move or breathe. She was aware of her surroundings, but when she tried to move her head or arms, nothing happened. She felt a building sense of impending doom and panic.Scared. She tried to scream for help, but no sound came out. Her bed partner moved, and all of a sudden, she regained the ability to move. After a few minutes, everything felt normal. I've been a sleep physician for several years now, so after listening to her and learning more about her health history, I realized that she'd experienced an episode of isolated sleep paralysis, meaning she didn't have any other sleep-related conditions. This was actually good news, as sleep paralysis is a safe, though certainly scary, condition in isolation. It's also pretty common. A systematic review published in the journal Sleep Medicine Reviews in 2012 found that 7.6% of the general population has experienced sleep paralysis at least once. According to a review from Brian A.Sharpless, Ph.D., a clinical psychologist, professor of psychopathology at the American School of Professional Psychology, and author of Sleep Paralysis, Historical, Psychological, and Medical Perspectives, women are more commonly affected than men, and those with existing anxiety disorders are more at risk than the general population. There are 2 parts of the brain thought to be central to sleep paralysis: the parietal lobe and the temporal lobe. With a little misfiring in these lobes, your brain wakes up, but your body stays asleep, so when you try to move, your body doesn't listen. You can think of the brain as hundreds of light bulbs, each connected to an on-off sleep switch. In a perfect world, when the brain transitions from sleep, all of the switches would be triggered at once, so the entire brain would wake up as a unit. Sometimes, however, some switches are triggered early while the rest of the brain is trying to catch up. When awareness wakes before your limbs, sleep paralysis occurs. In the same method, sleepwalking can occur if your legs wake before awareness. think along the same lines for sleep talking as well. Usually sleep paralysis happens when waking up rather than falling asleep. This is what my patient had, and it's the most common kind, according to a 2012 review published in the journal Physiological Reviews. The other type occurs as you fall asleep, when the parts of the brain responsible for moving the body fall asleep before the parts responsible for awareness. Sleep paralysis can happen to people with other sleep-related conditions like narcolepsy, sleep apnea, and idiopathic hypersomnia, extreme sleepiness, according to the Mayo Clinic, but people without these conditions can also have it. Having it by itself, like my patient did, is called isolated sleep paralysis. Airport in the journal Consciousness and Cognition reported 3 common types of hallucinations among sleep paralysis sufferers: intruder, or the feeling that someone or something is in the room with you; incubus, or the feeling that something is sitting on your chest; and unusual bodily experiences, or the feeling of flying or floating. I've treated patients who became so afraid to fall asleep that they avoided sleep as much as possible. They would try to stay up late to minimize sleep time. This leads to sleep deprivation, which by itself can make sleep paralysis more frequent, according to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine. Several factors can make the condition worse, such as irregular sleep patterns, like jet lag or sleeping much later on weekends than you do during the week, not getting enough sleep, and drinking alcohol. To minimize sleep paralysis, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Try to wake up and go to sleep around the same time every day, and take time to properly wind down before bed at night. In severe cases, your doctor might recommend an antidepressant medication, which affects the release and reuptake of neurotransmitters that form the signals between neurons in the brain. Antidepressants aren't officially approved by the FDA for sleep paralysis, but they may reduce the frequency of attacks in some cases, according to Dr. Sharpless. That's what makes it so terrifying. Bell and Jalal, a researcher in Cambridge University's Department of Psychiatry, recently proposed a meditation-based approach in Frontiers in Psychology. His 4-step approach includes the following. While scary, these episodes are harmless and typically a sign of poor sleep quality. If you've tried the strategies above and you're still experiencing sleep paralysis, then it's time to visit your doctor. They'll review your sleep habits and see if there's anything else they can do to help. Nitin Verma, MD, is a sleep medicine physician trained at Stanford University. He is a spokesperson for the American Academy of Sleep Medicine and practices at Crossover Health in the San Francisco Bay Area. You may also like 10 Ways You're Sabotaging Your Sleep Without Realizing It.